I told it not to go live and it went live. Wow, glad it listened. Whatever. Alright. Let's check to see if this actually did go live. Not now. There I am. Cool. Let me let one person know. And that is that. We'll be ready. There. Alright. So, until we get anybody in here, I'm just gonna do some quick shopping because I didn't get to do much last night. Also, I wanted to explain something that someone had some questions about this morning in one of my guild chats. They were asking how do they get the TTC listings for items when mousing over them. It shows to me a fundamental misunderstanding of how TTC works. Basically, there's two aspects of TTC. There's the website, which lets you look up what's for sale and where, and generally some prices. But there's also the pricing conglomeration portion. Hi, Nistarish. That, see where it says when I mouse over something, TTC suggested and it has a number? That's what the in-game add-on does. Or at least that's what you can mouse over to get that information of. TTC has another aspect where if you've installed the portion of it that uploads your information to their website, then it can help other people with that data, but it doesn't let you see where the listings are. If that makes any sense, that's not quite what TTC is meant to do. So what I'm going to do now is, since Nistarish is here, it's perfect timing to get Nistarish's video going. Nistarish is on Xbox, I believe. Hold on, let me set this up. And I've been meaning to show this video anyway. So, just a moment. We'll get this ready. Oop, 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 oop. Don't go. Can't go. Alright, so this will be Hundings Palatial Palace. Yes. One day I'll show exactly how it works. Not everyone has the aspect of it uploading installed. Some people do that, some people don't. I do, because I find that the more data that I provide to the community, the better for everybody it is. But not everybody does that. Some people are a little concerned about, like, you know, the safety of it, even though it's been uploaded to many different websites that check for that stuff and there's no vulnerabilities in it. It's still something that people worry about. Oh, cool. So what I'm going to do is going to do a display capture. Hold on. Done. And we're going to watch Nistarish's video, which unfortunately I have to turn off the sound. I don't like doing it, but I can't control the volume very well from here. But I do think we'll be fine if we just watch it. Tell me if anything is not showing properly. Man, you are so polished with this. It's kind of amazing. Hundings is one of my favorites. Nistarish, in channel, can you type out what your YouTube channel is so that people can go and visit you and subscribe? Because you're, does it say that somewhere? Because you're like super talented and they should be watching you. And in fact, I don't even know if I subscribed yet. So it'd be good for me to have. Beautiful. It's always the question of what to do with that pool. Hello, Bayushi. We're showing Nistarish's Xbox Hundings video. And I am enjoying the colors. Oh, pretty. I wish we could get those fences without having them be crown, but as I understand it, crown stuff is a lot cheaper on Xbox anyway than it is here. Right? I know. I was thinking that. It's so smooth. It's like a camera on a what are those things that they use for cameras? Oh, you're welcome. Yep. This is so much less jerky than what we get. Jerky. Sorry, I'm being silly. Hysterish Gaming, got it. Beautiful usage of this is what I was talking about yesterday, guys, about being able to make a pool with negative space. I mean, you just basically use the ocean itself and put wow, you did, Beishi, and put proper archaeology, wow, proper architecture around it, and you can make yourself a really stunning pool, as shown here. And I have never seen anyone use those to make a fireplace before, so that is new. Really cool. And there you go. You've got your little jacuzzi too. Can I live here now? I mean, honestly. I need a jacuzzi in a warm pirate bay. And a greenhouse right next to it. I've been wanting to build a greenhouse where I live, but hey, I've done the same, Bayushi. I did one with I'll show you after this. I've done a campsite in an apartment, and it works. You can do it. It's doable. May not be easy, but it's doable. A nice bar here. I think I insulted Fiendish yesterday by accident. I mentioned something about all the money flowing downhill because she had multiple waterfalls in one of her houses she was showing me, and I felt really bad because she did that ... and then didn't say anything afterwards, and I'm like, I was kidding. I hope that didn't come off sounding really shitty or anything. Now I'm worried that I really offended her. When I was just joking around, it's one of my common repeated jokes, like, look at all that money flowing by, you know? It doesn't even mean anything. Ooh, we found the treasure. And the treasure's guardian, which is actually quite appropriate given some of the quests in Hughesbane. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it just seems like I offended her. I don't know how I could have, but it seemed like it. I didn't mean to be offensive. So maybe some people get weird about money comments. Who knows? I tried to stream last night and it failed horribly because I don't know if you guys knew this, but there was a massive glitch in yesterday's flip on NA. Flip happened and then flip didn't happen. It took 18 minutes for flip to actually complete. And so for those 18 minutes, everything was kind of up in the air. No one had, like, the kiosks hadn't moved, and money wasn't returned, and just all sorts of stuff was just messed up. And so people were really kind of freaking out. And it threw me off so bad last night. I was like so off kilter from the mix-up that I really couldn't get back into the groove of streaming. I was just babbling at that point because nobody knew what was going on. It was just this really strange thing that's never happened before. I mean, when flips failed in the past, they failed. I mean, they never completed 18 minutes later. So I suppose it's an improvement, but it's still weird. You know what I mean? Oh, beautiful. What a great fireplace. That is like one of those stunner first impression type dealies. When you walk in, you're just like, oh my god, look at that. Really well done. Waterfall display. This house can be difficult to decorate sometimes. It seems like it would be easy, but there's a lot of space in it, and it's not logical space. Like, it doesn't follow a path of which way you should start and which way you should finish. This is console. This is Xbox. This is Neujahrsschneekugel Xbox creations, because I don't have access to Xbox, so Neujahrsschneekugel is kind enough to share their videos with me. Look at that fish tank! Awesome. Is that? No, that's not. I thought that was the new mud crab for a second, but that's not a mud crab, is it? Because the new mud crab dances like that. Is it the mud crab? He was dancing like the mud crab. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I couldn't tell. Okay, coral mud crab. Well, because he was doing that dance. It's pretty cute dance. So yeah, what I was saying was, is there's a really hard time telling which way this house should go. It's just not logical. If that makes any sense. You don't know which way to start. So it can throw off any sort of story you're trying to tell. I was trying to tell a murder story in this house, and because of the fact I couldn't... Oh, look at that lifted up section. That's great. I couldn't tell my story very well. It's not linear. Okay. And I never know whether to go out on the balconies or not with these houses, because most people don't put anything on the balconies, but I don't want to skip anything, so it's just weird. Ooh, drinking in the bathtub. You mean like numbers of items? I would assume they have the same limits of housing number of items as we do. If I do know their crowns to gold are much cheaper than us, so that they can buy a lot more achievement items for the gold mount than we can. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they have a limitation. In fact, I think that was one of the reasons that ZOS used to say that they're not going to increase it, was because the consoles won't be able to handle much more. And up here, which I love. Bob Ross. That's cute. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe you're right. Okay, let me remove this sucker. Okay, now I can close this sucker. You are closed. Boom. Okay, let me tell people that I am streaming, but first, I'll finish shopping here and then I'll go to a rando. Yeah, it really did. This tower is just quite talented. Nope, open houses, derp. I have stalkers? What? Me or Neujahrsschneekugel? I don't know. Let's go to Joyous One. Okay, Joyous One's Hall of Lunar Champion. And then, let me text. I don't know if I'm a stalker. I would think that that's, I have stalkers rather. I think that, doesn't it notify you guys on Twitch or whatever? I don't know. I was hoping it would notify people. Only some people find out from Discord that I'm streaming. Okay, Twitchcraft. It's Twitchcraft. Oh, no problem, Mysterious. I'm sorry. I probably should have asked before I did that, so you could participate more. But it's great. It's really good. We always like your houses. And it's always nice to see how the other half lives, you know what I mean? Ah, okay. All right. There we go. So this is just a rando. This is Joyous One. I have not seen this house. I don't know. What did I win? Oh. It's weird to me that J Hart has now started including images in his mails. That is really weird to me. I think Griff is avoiding watching my stream. Ooh, good choice putting that in the pot and including kelp. Is that a fish? Yeah, that's a fish. Why is there a fish in the kelp? Wait, is that fertilizer? Supposed to be fertilizer or something? There's a trout or something in there. Fish head. Maybe they're fertilizing it. I don't know. It's funny though. Additional walls. The dead ancestors, and one of which probably was not a liked ancestor. Ooh, somebody's up to something. Wow, there's lots of knocked over stuff, like they're like the middle of a fight, or maybe somebody turned into a monkey and knocked everything over. Like, wow! Another knocked over ancestor. This is awesome. Love the little details. Hey, G. Rumberg. Uh-oh, I got stuck as a monkey for a second. Okay. So, all of the beautiful new trees. A bunch of anchors. Maybe this is storage while still working on it. Although it seems partially done because there's Calgronted with his poison. That dragon is poison. I do love when people use these for the stairs down because for some reason they just feel more permanent to me than other materials people use, like little slate or whatever. You know, they really need to fix this rain coming through the roof. It's kind of ridiculous. You can't really sleep out here if it's raining on you. I don't know why they made that mistake and why they didn't test it. Oh, look, a bird in mid-flight. How cool is that? I need to start doing that more often. Random place for a carousel, but it works. Good job, Joyous. And corals as we come down to the water and the dock. Nicely done. Ha ha! Elsewhere. Ha! Sorry. I'm making jokes. Alright. Moongrave Fane it is. Oh goodness, we have dancing plants and a snot. Alright, so we do have EHT in here. One EHT thing. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I see why people choose to cover up this water, because when it is not covered up, look at how gross it is. Would you want to go swimming in this? This is like mud water, not anything nice. So I see why a lot of people decide to change this into more of a pool look with EHT. Yes, agreed. We've got colorful achievement type dealies, bells, a very nicely centered Kunzari, and all the blue and everything. Looks really good. What does the augur have to say about it? What fork should I use for salad? This is important business. Okay. Another greenhouse. I really like this. What a great usage of that otherwise useless caved-in section. Okay, so we go back to the last hall. Lion's Cradle. I didn't notice what the item count was in here. It should be high with that, excuse me, stairs to the water. 622, so we got a decent amount, and somebody built out, which is good. Oh wow, that's awesome. I am super impressed. Look at that really efficient fish grab right here with multiples on a string. That's the smartest fish, right? I mean, the smartest bird right there. All of them are pretty smart, but that's the smartest one. Funny. All stealing it from, probably from the fisherman or from this box. Hi, Eula. This is no fisherman's shack. This is a little too nice to be a fisherman's shack, isn't it? Oh, by the way, just so we're clear, oh, a toilet. I'm using a snapshot filter so that my makeup looks a little better than it normally does. But otherwise, I look almost the same as I do. The only difference is it does a little bit more eyeliner. And just in the sake of honesty, it's because I wasn't feeling so pretty this morning, or yesterday, or really ever lately. Oh, okay, this is what we built out. We built out somewhere to look at the sky. Beautiful. I love the touches of action. The bird actions are super cool. Wow, look at how misty it is out there. You can hardly see anything. Bummer. Okay, so let's finish looking at the DDA entries and then we'll go over to EU. But I have a couple more DDA entries for the Huggy Tree that I didn't finish yesterday, and I'm not going to go to the ones where people don't want me to go. So I think we're up to Charolais Ample, which should be impressive because Charolais is always impressive. And I think she published it, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Ample. Here we go. Anyway, when you install TTC, there is an exe an executable that you can run that will download the current prices for you, but you can also log in and allow it to upload the prices that you've scanned from your computer if you want to. Some people choose to not do it, but some people do it, and I do it. So my prices should be up there. Stormhold House, okay. We've got stones, a puppy. This is Hug a Tree. It's supposed to be in honor of Earth Day. And Charlotte is very talented with florals. Look at that. It's like another action shot. Somebody moving a plant. And got a kitty hanging out. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh. So Charlotte has taken the apple and reskinned it because, in fact, she's done more than reskin it, because you have to open the door to go into an ample. So I think what she's done is, this is the outside of the ample. I don't think we're even... Yeah, she covered up the water. She's got this in front of the house. And so these are all like trees stacked one on top of each other, so that you don't even, she created a structure of it, basically. And then she used sintered rock here for this. And it seems like planks as the floors above. Oh, look at that window. What a great idea, using that handfast tree as a crisscrossy window set in. Really brilliant. Super, super creative idea. And as a beam, using this throne instead of the regular beams. And then, whoops, I fell over, but I think we have more handfast trees here. Oh boy, did I get stuck. I got stuck. I'm gonna pop on through. Oh, this is one of the more recent things I've been seeing people do, is with this induril tea, I don't know what it's called, lamp or something, with a brazier with the teapot on top. It makes it look like it's heating the tea. It was a really good idea. And it looks like there's a handfast tree and just branches being used as, what do you call that, a handrail? This is just an incredibly beautiful, handcrafted home. The butterflies in a... Hey, Charlotte. We were just, I mean, obviously, looking at your house. At first I thought you had just reskinned the house itself, but then I realized I didn't walk through a door. So this is in front of the house, probably also on top of the house. Look at the badger. Oh, how precious. And the puppy's taking a bath. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is where I stopped yesterday. I was going through a bunch of the different ones. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, gosh. This is gorgeous. And look, it gives you a view that you otherwise wouldn't normally get. So, like, you can see down and see, look, there's a boat just right on there, you know? Like, is that the house? No, that's the neighboring house. That's the neighboring house. So you can see things that you otherwise can't see. That's what I love about it, when people build up in some of these houses that otherwise normally don't have that view. It's beautiful. Do we have a bathtub? We have a bathtub in here, so let me pop on around. Here we go. Yeah, we looked at the bathtub. I'm a little bit on the dumb side today, as usual. So, stunning. Beautiful. I mean, you hid the house so well. I have to say, I know you probably missed it, but I was like drooling over your window box here, using the handfast trees, the crisscross. It like reminds me of those old German windows with the crisscross, even though it's like made of natural materials, it still gives me that sense of old-fashioned window panes, I guess. It's really nice. So, beautiful. Talented. I love it. I tried to do this multi-tree thing with one of my houses, and it didn't quite work as well as you've done it. I think maybe because I was using pines, it didn't look as real. I wanted to show one of my houses to Bayushi real quick, and then I'll move on to the next. My St. Delyn's. If I could find it. Here it is. Yeah, I do. I always love your stuff, though, Charlotte. You have an aesthetic that I really do like. It's like a cobbly / floral gorgeousness. I really like that. And so this was my camp entry for Housing's Finest. I don't know if you've seen it, Bayushi, but you were talking about turning an apartment into a forest. Well, that's what I did here, or tried to. Go away. Here, I'll turn off the effects. That way it hides it. So I tried to do the same thing in here. It's not perfect, but you get the sense of being in the woods with nothing else. Even if it's not perfect, it's something. So, it can be done. I like it. Alright, the next person was actually Chrysaea's, and she also did Ample. I'm not sure what she... I usually have seen her stuff. Yeah, it's a camp. Yep. It's a hunting camp. And I don't know if I've actually seen this before. Oh, and there's my effect. You can see in the background there's just some trees covering the door. That's the only effect in here. Paint. Gotta get started on my Grimm's Fairy Tales. That one is going to be a Rapunzel with a tongue-in-cheek twist. Oh, well then it was nothing like that. Because cute and colorful, that didn't really... Mine was more of like just a hunting camp in the middle of a wintry wood. It wasn't really cute and pretty. It just was supposed to... what I was trying to do was convey a scent, the scent of pines. I'm not sure if I actually did that, but... Alright, so Chrysaea's turned the gamma down using EHT. So we've got already a darker color. One of the nice things about the darker colors is it makes the lit up things, like colorful lit up things, are pop more. So you see like plants like this will pop. You really see them before you see anything else. So that's one way of, if you really want your glowing things or your fires or whatever, or the sparkles that the lighting casts to light up, that's one way to go. And so it like kind of draws you into staring at, for example, this. But if you turn it off and the light goes back up, I don't know about you, but my eye isn't as drawn to the reflection. I mean, I see it, but I'm looking at other things more. But then when the lights are off, it's like that just draws my eye over and I start here. So it's, and I have to actually kind of force myself to look at the other stuff. It's definitely a strong technique. I think if it's used in the right way, it can be amazing. And of course, Chrysaea is like so good at EHT that I have no doubt she's using it right. With a little pet just swirling around, movement. Little dock here. What's back here? Oh, I don't think it, I think that this is just closed off. Okay. Okay. No problem, Shirley. Understood. So we've closed off the downstairs portion of the house. So we've got to go up. And I think we've got sort of like an indoor type treehouse area with a very Argonian feel, but with some touches of something else. I don't know. It won't let me send the message. Damn it. Oh, wow. Check that out. That's gorgeous. Oh gosh, that brings me so many ideas. Look at that beautiful use of that red elsewhere chest. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. That's a piece of Argonian stuff in the back, and then she's got the reed rolled up mats. I don't even know what all she used. Like, I don't know what this is. But there's a light buried in there and a Telvanni chest. But this is gorgeous. Reminds me of an old-fashioned stove. And then this is a new sink. I have not seen a sink like this before. She's using the Sithis statue, I think. Oh, the detail. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You know, it's funny because I always say that Crescent is so incredibly good at cobbles. I mean, at EHT. And then I forget how amazingly good she is at cobbles. And then I'll find that she's mixed them into this incredible mixture of both. And I become super, super, super jealous. But that's okay. What is that? An upside down tray and poles, bamboo poles, making a little table side. Oh, gosh, this is incredible. Wow. Beautiful. I mean, the details are so incredible. And the shelving up there is an upside down Telvanni table, and it looks perfect. And there's also, I think, a bathtub outside, but let's poke in here for the bedroom. The bed is 4 of those hanging things, hanging elven thrones, and then tables to make a pattern quilt. Crescent makes me want to quit sometimes. She's so good. Okay, so the fountain is the bathtub. Wow. And we're looking out over the area. So, goodness, this is just phenomenal. You know, Crescent is a good friend of mine, and I am so beyond jealous of what she's able to do, but it's hard to be that jealous of someone who's so kind and free with their time for you and just genuinely concerned. So she's, if there's somebody to be envious of, at least it's somebody, a good person like that. And over here is a hidden little area of a little place to lay in the beach chair. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so jealous. Jealous in a good way, but it's gorgeous. Alright, Calyrax's lintel. I'm not sure Calyrax wants me to see his stuff. Or her stuff. We'll see. Oops. Caleo's fine with it. I'm not sure about Calyrax. She is a genius. She is. It kills me. All right, we're going to skip Calyrex because I'm not sure how they feel. But Kayu Mishiru's goronir, I know they like visitors, so. Goronir, did I say? Yeah, goronir. I don't want to tick anybody off who isn't interested in having their stuff viewed. My shopping streams are utter failures because I don't know what to talk to people about. When it's housing, it's easy for me to figure out what to say, but because I just look at what I'm looking at and I'm like, oh, I have a million things I can say about this. Look how pretty. They've really turned this into a glowy, pretty haven. But when it comes to shopping, I have far less to say that I haven't already said 100 million times. I wonder if... Oh, that's fine. No effects. We have some griffins. Probably the only ones I'll see today. Ooh, empty. Okay. 561 items out of 600. So they really packed this full. No wonder, you know, it's hard when you run out of slots. It's really, really hard. But I think also that most of it is the outside is the garden, because it is hug a tree. So it makes a lot more sense to focus on the garden itself and the trees than to worry about what's inside the house. I mean, it's all about what you want to do. You don't need to worry about what anyone else thinks. It's whatever brings you joy. And this is certainly beautiful. It's very well spaced. I have trouble when I'm placing things about making them look natural. I worry that I put things too close together, too far apart. Does it look odd? I feel like they spent a lot of time really working on balancing out how far things were from one another, which is harder than it looks, at least for me. And they've got a lot of floating petals and lights, and it's super pretty, and I like the use of pets. At least the torchbug is really stupid cute. Is there something up there? Huh. I don't know if... Kind of looks like there's... Is that just the outside of the house? No, it's just a... There's a platform up there. Did I miss something? I think I missed something. How does one get to that platform? I always have trouble with... I know there's a spot in this house that's got a sneaky that you can start going up, but I'm not sure exactly where it is. Ah, we found it. The sneaky. Ivy covered, so you can barely see it. And up we go. Oh goodness, I'm so glad I caught this, because if I didn't, I would have been like, I would have felt so bad. Well, you would want your bathroom to be hidden. Banker? Give me my stuffs. I'm going to do a little banking. Just a moment. Take out the stuff I need. Just give me a moment here. like everyone else, I'm hoarding motifs for about 6 months. And then when the 6 months are up, I will list them all. I was looking for something in particular, and I don't remember what it was. That's what I was looking for. Okay. All right. So, useful little sneaky. I am very glad I found it. Beautiful home, Caillou, with a great secret. Good job. Snow Fairy Wings. She is my friend. She's doing a moonsugar with effects. So Snow Fairy Wings, I know we can go to without any problem. She is super supportive of Cardi. Another really kind, giving, helpful person with her time. Just another one of the really amazing builder type people who are worth their weight in gold. And it's become clearer to me which they are and which they aren't. When I'm, now that I've joined a couple of those guilds, I'm starting to see who is super kind and giving and helpful and who really isn't. And how that manifests. Because it's not as obvious as you might think. Oh, wow. What have we done? It's a fairy village. Oh my god, look at that. That is so precious. So that must be a kiln, and that's a key replica. Oh my god. Those are those baskets. I'm not really sure what those are. Maybe sides of banks or boxes? Jesus, this is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. You know, I have some screenshots of some older stuff that Snow Fairy Wings has done. Unfortunately, she takes down some of her builds. So if you should like something that somebody's done, like not like Kuraisora leaves her stuff up, like Snow Fairy Wings, you may want to screenshot some of it, because I know I had her Cold Harbor screenshotted. Oh my god, look at that triple ice cream cone, basically. That's amazing. I know I had her Cold Harbor screenshotted, and she eventually got rid of it. Oh, the smoke coming out of the top. Amazing. And so I was really sad that she didn't keep that, but now I'm like, I'm really hoping she keeps this one. This is amazing. Look at all the little village stuff. It's just so amazing. I'm kind of at a loss for words at how good this is. What was that? Something just poofed. Oh, it was the fairy. How weird. All the fairy dust, obviously. The rainbow. Oh my god. And the birds. Jeez, this is perfection. You know, yesterday I was listening to somebody in guild chat who was new to the guild. First time they'd ever been here. Been to in a contest. And they said, oh my god, I've really got to step up my game. And Woobin was like, no, that's not what this is all about. It's all about sharing art and you know, everybody has a different style, and some of these people have been doing it for a really long time and have had a chance to really work on it and work on their style. And, you know, it's just about getting inspiration and a reason to build. And it isn't about being better than anyone else. And that's the truth. But I will say, I see why he said, oh my God. 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 I see why he said what he said. Oh my God. This is one of the best builds I've ever seen. It's so precious. Snow, you've outdone yourself. Look at the little bunny hiding underneath there. She's completely outdone herself. I mean, really. And I love that she has, because she's a good person. And it's like, it's so nice to be able to be happy for someone who deserves it. For somebody who is a kind human being. Because there's so many people who win these days, not contests, but in life, who are just not good people. And it's so nice to be able to say, look at what you've created. It's amazing. And you are a super great person too. So I can be happy for you fully. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hard time in the world these days to be happy for people. Oh, so gorgeous. I'm in love with it. I'm absolutely in love. I don't normally say that to people, that they should watch it. Normally, I just let them make that decision, but I want her to know just how much I love this build. Stunning. This is my winner. I'm sorry. Hands down. I mean, there's going to be others that I'm sure are going to be highly ranked, but this one for me. Just fucking hands down. Excuse my language, but I'm in love with it. Unless something blows me out of the water in the next couple. Nephrane's Thieves Oasis. It's hard to beat that. Don't think Nephrane had a problem with me visiting, but we'll see. Phenomenal. Griffin, if you're watching, you shouldn't hide. Say hello. Don't avoid me. For whatever silly reason. Hey, Grandma. We're looking at Hug a Tree. Last two entries. This is Mevraine's. This is Thieves Oasis, and I see they have added some very Hughes Bane-esque places to cross and enjoy. Oh my gosh, I see something amazing off in the distance, and I'm kind of scared because it looks incredible. I think they closed off the entire village portion, which is fine. What do we have here? Oh, look at that floral gloriousness. Ah, sploosh. I fell. I did. Okay, everything is closed off in the village. That's fine. So let's head on in to whatever. You know, I always complain about the dust in this house, but they've managed to utilize the dust and their lighting to make it more mystical. it's like almost more like magic than dust. It's like a village rising out of the dust in beauty. I mean, it's really good. I think the choice of wedding flowers for blue light is gorgeous. Really complements everything. And I think you got a Varla over here, another good choice. Something to look at wherever you look, which is incredible. Look at the boat. Wait, what? All right, I get what? Who? What are... Okay, I think there's something a little twisted going on in here, if I had to guess. There's booze, there's cheese, there's a whole lot of ivory, if you know what I mean. There's a Debella statue, which should give you an idea of what's going on. And then there's more. There's skooma, there's booze, there's seating to watch something going on here. Do you guys get what I'm picking up here? Is that what I mean, are we... We've got a Debella rite going on. Am I correct here in assuming that this is Debellan rite going on? Yeah, because I think that's what that is. And I think it's really kind of dirty. And funny because of it. Oh God, I love it when people have a silly yet dirty idea that they implement. I mean, it's probably lore accurate. Knowing the Debellan, you know, society, Lord knows it's probably true. Maybe. Or maybe they're just all sitting there watching. Because, you know, it's Bella. You know, it's funny. I was reading about... Somebody said that Debella is essentially Venus in myth. And I was like, you know, no, she's not. Because Venus was about love. Debella is more like about debauchery. I mean, I can't think of a different word. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get up to the top, so see if I can go over by the flowers up top. She is debauched. It is more than just love. You know? Venus is all about love. Debella, not so much. Debella's about... Insert porn music here. Okay, so Aphrodite, yeah, but Venus? Alright, I can kind of say... I mean, I guess they're supposed to be takeoffs of one another because one was based on the other, but still. Okay, so we just have plants up here to really create a better picture all around and excellent lighting. So I love this. This is fun. What a great story you have. That's just too much fun. Okay, so I want to point something out. In addition to the flowers, the blue flowers, they've also got the Varla lights buried into the water. And I think this would be a good thing to remember about this house, because if you're looking at the dust can be overwhelming, and it can really not, it can take away a lot from this picture, from this house. But if you know, if you want to go with something magical looking, I think if you bury enough light, blue light, or pick your color light into the water, you may be able to use that to sort of add to it rather than take away with dust. You know what I mean? Like sort of working with the coloring. That's just a guess. I don't own this house, so I haven't been able to try it out. But I feel like Meverine has started to do that here, and it looks good. All right, Dawnbat Nightfire, I know she doesn't have a problem. He doesn't have a problem with me looking at it. Okay. Exorcised. And this is the last one, but I have a couple, like 2 more houses I need to look at on NA by request, and then we'll head over to EU if I can get on. Excuse me, I'm all yawny. That was interesting. Okay, we've got, I think I've seen an early iteration of this. This is Dawnbat. Yeah, it's not really EU I'm worried about, it's my own connection that I'm worried about. Oh look, they layered carpets. I'm a fan. A little crafting area over here. Some religious almost stuff going on. This is not how it looked, I don't think, when I saw it last. Whoa. We got some Zabella worship, I think, going on over here, too. Also, thank you for listening to me and putting a light in there. It makes it much easier to see what's in there. Man, there is some delyn stuff going on with all of these flowers and stuff. I mean, we've got a couple of really romantic builds right now. What's over here? Oh, so it's like a multi-use house. Don't eat the snot. Listen to what your mother always told you, and do not eat the snot. What is back here? Oh, wow. Nice. This I remember. Hanging out in this jacuzzi, sauna type jobby. Yeah. This is beautiful. Okay. So I was supposed to look at Seminole Girls. She wanted me to look at her Psijic. $14 weeks ago, so she's updated it since. So I will be right back while reporting. All right. We've got floral. Well, certainly if I was here 14 weeks ago, I did not see these trees because these weren't trees we had 14 weeks ago. So there's definitely been changes since I've seen it. 44 effects. I was going to say, this looks... There's something different about it. I can't put my finger on it. I must be seeing something. I wonder what this would look like with the lights dimmed. Like, with the sparkles in the sky show up differently. Lovely gardening. Don't think we have anything down there. Okay, let's see if I have my other outfit on. I do not have that ready to go. Big fan of the floral look. And nice easel. Those are just poles, I think. And a shelf. Those may be... I'm not sure what those are, actually. And I'm not gonna guess if I don't know. Nothing down there. That's an EHT painting. And we've got glowies and Indrix and fairy dust and rainbows and a wedding spot and men. Ooh, what did we build over here? What is this? I believe we have something underneath. Let's check. Whee! Sploosh. We do. We have something underneath. Not sure what though. I bet you that's to block out rain if you want to sit underneath here and snack. Because rain can be difficult. If they ever fix the glass greenhouses, you could put a greenhouse there instead of the rock, and you would have probably a prettier spot, but until they fix the rain, it doesn't make any sense for RP purposes. Let's go on in. We've got some accomplishments put into each of the little alcoves. Statues and library and a zombie who's reminding me I gotta mail stuff. A zombie. Just a moment. And away you go. Got a nice kitchen. I remember this. This is the freezer with the effects. Those are effects here. Looks cool though. She added steam, which makes it look like cold. Condensation almost, and then these are icicles that you can add from EHT. I remember that. I just noticed that she put lights behind a lot of these different busts, which is a good way to really make them stand out. Got them on both sides. And then a little Edie place in the middle. Aren't I good at words? Edie place. Treasure. Okay, FX windows. And fairy dust. And what's hidden in here? A bathroom. Look at that spout. That's a pretty awesome spout. And another little hidey spot. What's over here? Oh, a sauna. Well done. And then we'll poke in the side rooms, and then I'll skip the other one I had to do, and we'll go right over to EU, because I know EUers are waiting patiently. Oh, I remember this. Okay, I don't think these portions have been changed, so let's go over to EU. And hope we don't crash in the process, shall we? This fan is not doing its job. Oh, that might be too loud. I'll leave it low. But I'll crack the window a little bit because it's a little warm in here. Okay, so let's head over to you. Hopefully. Okay. My stream doesn't seem to be breaking up or too bad, so that's good at least. Tweet, 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 tweet. The birds are loud. It is indeed spring, although my flowers haven't bloomed yet out front. I keep waiting. Not that most people are going to see them, since we're all in quarantine. The only people who might see them are the ones walking their dogs. But I like to cut some and bring them inside every day. EU login always takes forever. Come on. Is anybody else doing the fire one? Because the fire contest is, I think, this weekend. I've completed mine, but I haven't shown it to most people. I showed it to Cardi. Showed it to Griff. Didn't show it to anyone else. It's a... I think I'm going to try to have it be a surprise. So it's hidden until release day. Here we go. Okay. We've got... Oh. Okay, open houses. Oh, I'm sure. Tons of strain. Alright. Let's do small ones. Hey, Lauren, St. Dylan. I don't know how much strength I have for lots of big ones. Oop. Okay. Huh. Does anyone know how this... Does this... Okay, no, that's definitely not standard. We've got some really nice Crown Store painting. We've got one of my favorite pets of all time, which is the, what the hell is that thing called? The rodent from Clockwork. I even have one and I forget what it's called. Somebody likes Clockwork stuff. And they use the bed that is actually the bed in the preview, which looks nice. Skeevatron, thank you. So this actually is very much reminiscent of the preview when you're porting in. It's so hard to do with 30 out of 30 items, but they've managed to make it look really warm, even with 30 items. My suggestion is, if you want to go with warm light, fire and red. So what they've done is really great. And then also to have a cozy look, rugs really help with cozy. So they have 2 rugs. So Lauren hit all the notes that I would have hit if I was going for cozy. Okay, Lucky Cat and a Schuppe. Lucky Cat, Lucky Cat. Even the loading screens take longer over in EU. And I know they take a while on NA, but these just seem to take longer. Did any of you have any flip problems on Sunday? Yesterday? Because we did, and I'm curious to know if it was just us. Or if EU got it too, and we just didn't hear about it. Oh wait, I was going to send Thunderan something. And then I was going to send something to Shadowlay. Ugh. Why do you have a social ban? What have you done? Oh my god. You're not going to contest it and tell them to just bugger off? We've got a kitty hangout. 188 items, so this is a little light on the items, but that's okay. If you have a vision and you can produce it with less items, I mean, I used to be light on items in all of my houses. That's only changed recently. And they've even got a lot of clutter, you know, so they've got the books, they've got a little chest up here. 5 days ago? Good Lord. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you. I'll be switching over into these kinds of shirts away from my sweaters that I was wearing every day, so. Kitchen. Cookbook, presumably. Porch. We'll just pop our heads out on the porch. Okay, nice little spot to sit. Smoke your skooma. Or, in that case, that's just, I know. That's, just to have incense even. That's not really skooma. Library. Desk. I know. Yeah, so we have room to grow in here, but this is definitely nice. A nice start. Do you want me to go to Flaming Nix, or do you want me to not go to your Flaming Nix? And Blind, do you want me to go to your Sugar Bowl? Sure. All right. Okay. Whatever will be, will be. That doesn't quite go, does it? I may have a fever again. I'm not making any sense. At least I can blame it on something. Usually I'm just weird because I'm weird. Oh, you don't want me to go to your house, Blind? Okay, I'll avoid it. Oh my goodness. Good God, this is so different from... Oh, and you used the darkness. Great. You did exactly what I was saying about the colors popping. This is so different for you. It's like a painting. The darkness gave the texture more of a painting aspect. It makes it more textured. And I really like that. This is beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm a little dumbstruck because this is so not you. But at the same time, it's so beautiful and textured. I love it. Wait, what is Tithis exactly doing? You've got... What are the two of them doing? Because you've got the two statues. What are these two doing? Eula, you want me to go to your flaming eggs? Okay. I can't remember how you Kapala, right? There we go. So there's two couples? I gotta tell you, Nanumisma, I don't think he's flirting. I think he's really ignoring you. Okay, no problem. No griffins. Griffins are missing. Sorry, guys. The loading screens are killing me today. I'm just sort of like... Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. That's kind of amazing. The first view is you include this wall here, which is not normally here. It's really... It's kind of breathtaking in the sense that, like, unexpected first impressions. The other thing I was about to say was, I hope this doesn't sound bad, but it reminds me of decoration that is intended for men. If you've ever noticed that a lot of times they'll have, in decorating magazines or whatnot, they'll have, you know, for guys, they'll have wood patterns and, you know, they'll have plaids or dark colors, you know? Um, and they're like, for a man's bedroom or whatnot. That's what struck me when I first came in here, is like the heavy dark wood and the lighting and everything else seems like there's definitely a man who lives here from the looks of it. And so if it's to Tithys's apartment, I think it makes perfect sense. Yeah, it feels right. I don't know if I shouldn't gender stereotype like that, and I'm trying not to, but it does. Look at the dice in there. That's so cute. It does strike me as really well tailored for what I think his personality would be. And look at all the detail of objects. I love it. Really good job. Honestly, I really do like it a lot. I hope that didn't come across the wrong way. It struck me as very well done that way. What was I saying to you? Well, aren't we all? Let's see what else I have that's small. That is open. Armena? So let me tell you the story of Griffin's cat. So Griff's cat, Kashka, which means cat in Russian, passed away like last year sometime. And he was devastated. He's a cat person, and he had that cat for a very long time, and it was unexpected. And the cat died, and it was just extremely painful for him. And I have had, my cat has been sick since July, Grant, and surprisingly has not passed away. So we'll talk about this house and then I'll get back to it. But look at this reskin type floor, and then I really like this sink and everything. It's just so, it's just really, I think this is the Merkmeyer fireplace. Look at how classy this is. One of the things you can do with snugpod is there's a ton of items space. For 200 items for this entire place, you can do a lot, including making stairways out of steps if you wanted to, out of shelves if you want to, and then create a second floor, and then you have all this clutter. And I mean, it's just really kind of tremendous what you can do with snugpod. It's great value for its price and size. This is really cool, and I like the use of that tapestry because I don't have it, and I really like it. And the nice second floor. And it does fit a second floor quite well, even though it's a small space. Anyway, so my cat has been sick since July of last year, which was a couple of months after he lost his cat. And Grant's holding on. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. He was supposed to be gone 2 weeks after he was diagnosed, and it's been such a long time. So we were kind of bonding over cats, but the thing about my cats is I adopt cats that are unwanted. Generally middle-aged or older cats with health problems. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Well, Grits was out of nowhere. His cat just passed. Died in his arms. Out of nowhere. Totally seemed healthy and then just died. Probably a heart failure or something unexpected. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at this Sleek Creek. Completely refloored. Amazing. So, I adopt kitties who generally have been gotten rid of because people don't want sick cats. My one boy, my Sherman, passed away last year. He had a heart failure, but he had a heart murmur his whole life. So they knew it was coming. They never gave him his medicine, and didn't want to bother with him anymore, so they got rid of him. Oh, look at that. What a great pool for Sleep Creek, huh? That's neat. So Sherman he lived in his forever home with us for like 2.5 years. It's Grant's brother. Grant has survived 4 years now, and he's still with us, even though his health was poor and he wasn't expected to survive. He has survived. But I only adopt, and our new cat, Van Gogh, is missing his ear, and he has thyroid problems, and he's like 14 years old, so nobody wanted him. So part of and they got rid of him. In fact, what they did to Van Gogh is even worse. When he started needing his thyroid pills twice a day, which, by the way, he eats easily without trouble, he, at least most of the time, when he started needing his thyroid pills, his original owner got rid of him because he was too much work for her, supposedly. This is what we got, the story we got from the place that we adopted them from. So she gave them away to a couple who threw him in a barn. He had always been an indoor house cat. He had never been an outdoor cat. So he was thrown into a barn in Wisconsin winters with other animals, including cats, dogs. Wow, look at this. Look at this additional room. That is so cool. With other animals, and his ear was destroyed either by another animal or by the cold. We're not sure which it was. Wow, this is wild. All this additional stuff. The vet people or the adoption people weren't sure what exactly happened either. So this is really cool. Good job. So he lost his ear. He had this health problem. It was really sad. Go to Biaz's. Oh, they can't. And so Manoir de Debacadere. I don't know. Calderon 06. This is bigger than I was thinking about doing, but we're talking, so we'll talk while we're doing it. So when I was asked about it, why I always get older cats with health problems, I said, because I have health problems and I feel like I'm not wanted. So if nothing else in my life, I have so little to give back because of my health problems. Like I have so little that I can do. I can't even work full time, you know? I can't volunteer full time. I have problems. I have issues that basically make me feel sort of worthless. If the least I can do is take care of some kitties and giving them a forever home for however long they've got, which may not be long, then even if it causes me a great amount of grief, it's a gift that I want to give to them because it makes me have a purpose in my life, which I otherwise may not have. And especially cats that have been thrown away by other people, which is what all of our cats have been. Snick. So, apparently he listened to me, Griff. And for a long time, we didn't think he was going to holy crap. He didn't think he was going to get another animal ever again because it was so painful. Thank you, Blind. Oh my lord, this is amazing. So glad I came here. Holy smokes, this is great. So, wow, I feel bad for those skellies, though. What did they do to deserve that? That's pretty rough. Look at that prow with the Vivek statue thingy. And a trophy. Ugh, so well done. So, anyway, the other day, he messages me and he's like, I sent you an email. You're going to be really happy. No, I know. It's really hard, Blind. It's really, really hard. But, and it breaks me every time I lose one. Trust me. When I lose Grant, I'm going to be a lunatic. Because I bonded so close to him. This is amazing. But the way I look at it is, you know, he was thrown away. He wasn't going to get a home. I give him happiness for as long as I can, and hopefully that's enough. Anyway, so I got a message from Griff saying that he was contacting a rescue place and that he was going to do it. That's extra tall. I wonder what they put up there. He's going to do it a la Karen, which is my name, because what he was going to do is ask him for the animal that had been there the longest and was unwanted. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could go down to this beach. How neat. What a great, cool thing to do. I want this house now. This is really neat. Who knew, right? I didn't know you could go down here. That's sweet. So, he did that, and he ended up with a black cat who was there for 2 years at the rescue place because A, people don't want black cats, and B, because he didn't do well with children or other animals. So it's perfect for Griff. So he adopted this cat, and this cat's name is Kolya, and he is, which means Nikki or something like that, in Russian. And so now Griff has saved another kitty from either being euthanized or spending the rest of its life in a rescue home, you know, in a cage or something, for the rest of its life. And I feel like not only has he saved another cat, but I feel like I've influenced something beyond just saving my few kitties that I could own. And now he's saving kitties. And so it feels good, you know? He really gave me a gift by doing that, because it made me feel like, hey, maybe I am worth something. Even if it's just to cats, you know, I'm influencing other people to give older, sick kitties a home. Now, I don't think Kolya's sick. I think Kolya is just middle-aged or elder, but certainly unwanted. The cat had been there for 2 years. That was the same thing with Van Gogh. Van Gogh had been there at the rescue place for a really long time. So apparently people didn't want him. But he's a sweetheart. Thank you for adopting a needy kitty. Honestly, thank you. Look at this kitchen. How do you have the slots for this? This is incredible. You know, it feels to me like every rescue cat I've ever owned has been a treasure of a personality. And honestly, like, after owning older kitties, I don't know that I'd ever want to go back to owning a kitten. They're nice to visit, but I like older cats because once they get to know you even if they don't have a lot of time to get to know you, they just want to snuggle. They want to just sit down and cuddle up and enjoy their final years with you. And I've had the greatest joy I've ever had with animals with older kitties. So I don't think I'm ever going to change with that regard. I think I'm always going to get non-baby kitties. Oh, look at that. That's so smart. Sword in the stone. So yeah, I think it's painful as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's the way I look at it, and the way that because I have issues with grief, but one of the ways that I've always dealt with it has been the joy and the love that you get up front with an animal or with a person. You pay for it with grief and loss. Nothing ever comes without a price tag. If you outlive anything in life that you care about, an animal or a person, you're going to pay in grief and sorrow and loss. It's a terrible way to look at it, but that's the truth. You're never going to get away with anything in life if you live, unfortunately, 257. This may be a standard house with the Crown Star stuff in it, because it looks It looks kind of like that to me. Let me see if there's anything outside, but and as long as you're okay and accept that, I think, you know, as hard as it is. Okay, this is just a standard house. As long as you accept that, you'll be okay. It hurts, but it's just the reality of it. Grey Autumn's Gate, Enchanted Glade. Nope. Maybe that's a sad way of looking at it, but Gardner House. Brossac Residence. I haven't really figured out what I want to say about grief, but I definitely want to say something about grief. My first horse I saved from a horrible market where she would have been sold for slaughter, most likely because she was wild and kicking. I saw none of that after a little while with her, not loved her very much. Sweet and trusting, for sure, but all horses should have. Yeah. I don't have a list, Cat Fiend, but are you looking? I can open my add-on list, and or you could ask me what kind you want. Actually, you know what, Caffeine? After we're done, I'll put a list of what I use underneath my stream, so you have a list of all of them, like on my stream page. So give me a few, like an hour or two, and I'll add that, so you can look at it that way. This is, what is this, Gardner house? This does not look like a Gardner house. This is awesome. 12 effects too. This pleases me. Thank you, Marta. But if you have a specific question about one that you want, just ask me and I'll give you some ideas. Wow, what a great kitchen! And look at the knife next to the things. Great clutter. The birds are going nuts in the backyard. Tweet, 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 tweet. Hey, just call me Mike. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think what Griff did is the smartest way to do it, which is if you're determined to save an animal that is in need, just asking who has been there the longest is usually a really good way to find out who needs you the most. And especially for a case where it's someone, or it's a kitty that like people don't like because he's black cat, and a lot of people don't like black cats because they're bad luck, theoretically, or something stupid like that, you know, where it's like clearly not a behavioral thing, it's just because people are weird about black cats. I think that you can really luck out with just an amazing animal. This is incredible. This second floor, all divided up in so many different ways, creating extra rooms. I'm good. How are you? We're looking at, and this is an effect, by the way. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but my husband's right. He's like, they're not bored. They're horny. They're basically screaming, I need to have sex, 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 sex. If you think about it, that's what they're saying. I'm a terrible person. You can mock me for it. Did we go in the basement yet? No. This is so full. How did they fit so much in here? Okay, we did go in the basement, but still. All right, backyard. All of Europe now knows. All of Europe. All of it. Piggy, watch out. It's so funny. Break me. Too funny. Wow, there's a lot here. Oh my god, there's so much. The Goldenen Schuppe. Stay moist. I don't know what that means. We have quiet neighbors. We just have a quiet neighbor with an asshole of a chihuahua that doesn't ever shut up all summer long. He just barks and barks and barks and barks, and I want to punch him in the face. He's especially bad when we go out in the yard. He like, oh, okay. He starts out with, you know, the usual annoying barkness, but then if we're in the yard, he goes nuts. Uh-oh, chicken. Run away, chicken. You're gonna be dinner. We're hatching some Argonian eggs here, folks. This is closed off somewhat because this is stay moist, and there's a lot because actually it's not closed off. It's just there's additional architecture in here. I learned a lot about what this house looks like now that I built my Sheo house in it. It's a really weird house with a lot of broken down stuff. Like this is part of it. It's hard to know what you're supposed to do about it, but the interior is quite wide. And then you can have a really nice Argonian home in here. It's odd that they put this here. Usually this goes on a wall or something, but you could use a regular mat maybe. Or flip it over so that you have the sticks put in the ground. To this hanging out. So this is a multi-use house. Crafting, relaxing, enjoying yourself. So, good. Alright. Let's go to Ferret's Cliffshade. Whoops. Now, Cliffshade doesn't have a yard. So it's good for, let's say you have a contest for a restaurant or a store or something like that. It's a really good house for interior contests. That's what I used it for anyway. It has a good kitchen area, so it's really good for a restaurant. Just for a regular house, I don't know. Maybe not as much. But the kitchen's the right size, the right shape, has a fireplace, you know, it makes sense. So, we went Alinor in here. Okay. It's, how did they put things in that? I didn't know it had a hole in it. How did they do that? I gotta go play with mine and see what the hell they did there. I didn't know they had holes in them. How strange. The upside down must have a hole in it. That is really odd. I never noticed that before. But this is the kitchen area I was talking about. Well, I love stacked dishes. But it's got a really good space, you know? It's just big enough, and it's good for an island in the middle, and then it has the fireplace. So I personally think it's a great shape for a kitchen too. Lots of cabinet area, places to light. It's quite nice. And then the second floor, same as before. A little smaller up here because they cut off right here. But you can always fix that by adding further roof. You can stick like boards or whatever and then just make it that a master bedroom with a step up. Or you could leave it like this. I left it like this. So, I like it. Good job. C codes. Alinor Sweet Treats. Now, C Code came and asked if I wasn't looking at EU anymore, so we will take care of one of their homes. Yes, I am still looking at EU. This is a particularly long stream, too. I don't usually go this long anymore. Chihuahuas suck. You know, in terms of dogs, I don't mind dogs, but there's something so annoying about Chihuahuas. They're like little yappy things. My mom has a Shih Tzu, and it's tiny, but it's 369 items. Okay, so you close things off. It must be in the back. Alinor Sweet Treats. Storage. Closed off. Okay. So, yeah. This is closed off too. Smart. Thank you for directing me to the proper area. It's like a little restaurant out back. Ooh. Little seating area. Restaurant type. Oh, pretty. Oh, I remember this. This was the entry for the... Oh, okay. They see that? I think pugs are adorable, so I think that that would probably be enough to not be annoying. Oh, look at that. I love that. You could slide. It's like a cafeteria slide. That's too funny. All the plates stacked up. Amazing. Really good job. And a good use of cakes. So this must have been for Jay Hart's contest, his chocolate contest. Fijis. Setha, Alinor Guest House. Nope. Hey, that would be awesome. Best of both worlds, right? Strange Kiku. It hasn't happened yet to my mom. Svart's Kragenhome. I should work today. I should just completely stay off the game and actually do my job, because otherwise I'm going to have guilt for not doing it. I've been screwing around so much. Alright. What is this? What a strange Kragenhome. I like it. So we've got sintered rock entrance with mushrooms and extra moldiness walls. Interesting lighting. What is this? It's amazing. It's really neat. Somebody went super mushroomy textured. It's like you're underground almost. Kind of neat. Thepsels. Cyrodiilic. I'm gonna do a couple more small houses and then call it. My kitties hide from fireworks sometimes. Other times they don't really care. I guess it depends on how close they are. My mom's dog only barks at one thing, squirrels. And my mom basically trained the dog to go after squirrels. So, look at this nice garden. So I can't even blame the dog for it. It's my mom's fault. Okay, we got a crafting house. Wind chimes. Okay, holiday. With food. And animals. Lots of monkeys today. I'm not really sure. Look at this good use of space. That is inspired to use those stools to save space and the shelving. It's all really good. Nice job. 200 out of 200 items, too. Walder's Autumn's Gate. Autumn's Gate is a good, very affordable house. Not in the best of spots, like in terms of to-go places. Like I think it's in Malton, which isn't really helpful for anything unless you wanted to go to the Malton's Trader, which you could. But generally, I think it's best for. Oh, what did we do here? What? Oh, cool! Oh, neat! It's like a koi pond, and the ducks are waiting to eat things. That's so neat. I'm a fan of this. How awesome! A little table to eat at. If you're using EHT, you know what you should do, Walder. If you ever watch this, go into home customization and select hide grass. Then it won't come poking up through. And then anyone with EHT won't see any grass poking through. This is really cool. What a good job. Oh, and you added a second floor. You know, that's really hard to do in this house with this, look at the toilet. Wow. This is great. The cabinetry and the sink. It almost looks like a face, doesn't it? Too funny. This is not easy to do. Kitchen. Stuff in there. Holy crap, you've made just an amazing home out of this. A second floor. Crafting. Desk. I see how you did it though. I can't even zoom out because I'm kind of squished down. So that's a really neat way of doing it. Using just the exact space that you're given. It's really clever. Amazing job. Alright, anybody have a Black Vine Bennett villa or something? We can go to day after's enchanted snow globe. You have a grocery store. I can pop over to that. We'll end on that then, after we look at this. I'm hoping I have enough space in my Cyrodiilic to build Rapunzel's tower. I'm not sure how high up Rapunzel's tower needs to go, so I need to test how high you can go in Cyrodiilic. Because you need to be able to go in and see Rapunzel, because that's the joke. Neujahrsschneekugel. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. So we've got 178 out of 600 items. We're kind of limited here, so let's see what's inside. We've got very Christmassy stuff. Kugel is Christmas, isn't it? Or is it cake or something? I don't remember. I think this is standard. I can't remember. Let me pop around back and then some sort of office. This looks like a work in progress. Alright, let's go to Eula's Black Knight Villa, and we'll end on that. Got a lot done today, though. Giving people ideas for multiple types of houses. I try to get a wide variety of different homes. Because, you know, maybe you need an idea for a black vine, maybe you need an idea for a lucky cat. And so if I spread it around, then I think I might draw more people to, you know, get some help. Grocery store. Mine is Magic Gone Awry. Oh! You know, I never would have expected to use the exterior for the grocery store, but this makes a lot of sense. Awesome. Okay, so you've got like a farmer's market almost with the exterior. Oh, that makes sense. And then the interior would have refrigerated items like cakes. Serve me up a cake, sir. And then frozen items. That's actually really clever. Good way to do. Oh, I love yours. Oven! I want to marry your oven. Your oven's incredible. Oh my god, it's so cool. Great sink too. I like what you used for the spout, the spigot. It's a cup, but you could hardly tell it's a cup. Really good job. I love your oven especially. Your oven is the centerpiece, honestly. It's just fantastic. Alright, I'm calling it. I'm done. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. And I'll see you later.